Hello, this is Veronica, and I'm an academic English teacher at IES. Today I'd like to go through how to write your academic English exam essay for the end of semester exam. Let's have a look at the task. It says here, extended essay writing. You are to respond to one of the essay questions on the following page, and you should write about 300 words. That means about a 5-paragraph essay. Circle the essay question you want to answer, and it asks for an in-text citation is required. You see here, you're provided with 2 quotes. You must use 1 quote and direct quote it in your essay. Use the following structure: author, date, page, and reporting verb plus exact information. The use of the ellipsis is acceptable and also, frankly speaking, advisable. You do not want your essay filled up with a direct quote because then you're not showing your writing. If you look at the criteria assessed, introduction, thesis, content, organisation, analysis and expression, writing and mechanics and documentation and integration of source, says that we want to see your writing, not somebody else's. So a long direct quote is not advisable. Use the ellipsis. This is what the essay question will look like. You have 3 essay questions, and underneath there are 2 direct quotes. Now these direct quotes, one will agree with the essay question and one will disagree. You are to choose one. Let's have a look at this essay question. Democracy allows voters to make informed decisions in an election. Do you agree? Step 1. You need to understand the task. Do you agree? Means it's an argumentative essay. 300 words, about 5 paragraphs. Now, a 5-paragraph essay should look like this. You have an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. That means you need 3 arguments for your thesis statement. So let's brainstorm the question. Examine each key word in the essay question. Democracy. Allow people power, government of, by and for the people, free press, free, fair and frequent elections, voters in an election, educated vote, voters based on their own education, voters understand government policy, voting means possibly that's people power, they can change the government, informed. How does media impact information? What about media ownership? What about the message in the media? How informed are the people from the information given in the media? I'd like to brainstorm this a little more. Private and public media. Yep, Australia has both. Private media dominates with conservative message. Media can be biased. It can be sensationalized. So I'm now beginning to form my arguments. I only need 3, remember? So my essay structure, introduction, 3 body paragraphs and a conclusion. Because it's a discursive essay, you do need to have the other side of the argument. So we'll begin with a disagree and have 2 agree arguments. Now, based on my brainstorm, I have 3 arguments. One is freedom of speech. That means they're informed. The other is media ownership. There's bias. Does that mean they're uninformed? And sensationalism means the voter could also be uninformed. So it looks to me I have 3 arguments. I have freedom of speech, so we're democratic, but the bias and sensationalism means that we're not so informed when we're voting. So now I'll write my thesis. While it has been argued that media in a democratic country allows for freedom of speech, through monopoly control of right-wing ideals, media today remains biased and sensationalized towards conservative governments in an election, thus the voters remain uninformed. That's what I will argue. Now note that the words in red will all form 1 paragraph. Now that I have examined the essay question, brainstormed, written a thesis, I can start writing the essay. But remember, you'll be referring back to your plan and your thesis throughout the essay writing process. Step 1, let's write the introduction. I need to have a background statement, a thesis statement, and an essay outline. So here we have my background statement, thesis statement, essay outline. I won't read the essay. I'll assume you can pause the video if you need to read. But let's go through the background statement. What's included? Background statement should have a time indicator, such as modern. Please do not use nowadays. It doesn't ever read well when you write nowadays. But modern's a good time indicator, so I'm talking about the time. I'm talking about the topic, and that is democracy in an informed election. And I'm also referring to the problem of this topic. So a background statement should give me time, the subject, and perhaps a problem. That then leads into the thesis statement, which should include, a thesis statement will be a complex sentence. It's going to be a fairly long sentence. While as an independent clause, it depends on what's next, so the through. So while it's been argued that media in a democratic election allows for freedom of speech, and you can see I need to finish this sentence through blah, blah, blah. I have the topic of the essay, and that is democratic election, a democratic country, media, uninformed, and the key arguments that are going to form a paragraph. Freedom of speech, monopoly, sensationalised and bias. Now in the essay outline, you need to have language that indicates that it is an essay outline. This essay will examine. I have my topic of the essay, democratic elections and informed votes, and the key arguments that will be in each paragraph. Now let's start writing the essay body paragraphs. So remember the paragraph structure: topic sentence, explain, evidence, show analysis, conclude. My first paragraph is on freedom of speech. I have my topic sentence. It's a nice short, simple sentence. It tells the reader what will be in this paragraph. I explain, I give analysis, I give evidence, I conclude. Please note, the topic sentence is a simple sentence containing the key idea of the paragraph only. This is your view, do not quote here. Paragraph 2, I want to talk about bias. So I have my topic sentence, I explain, I give evidence. Now note, I've given my direct quote here. So I've got my authors, the date, page numbers, reporting verb, then I have my quotation marks. I've used the ellipsis. I haven't used the entire quote, just part of it, only the most important words. I give analysis. Generally the analysis will go after the quote because you're showing the reader what you think here. And you conclude. Pay attention that the concluding sentence is also a simple sentence, and it should just restate the key argument of that paragraph. It should be your own language, so do not quote. Paragraph 3, I'm going to write about sensationalism. My topic sentence, explain, analysis, evidence, conclude. Now note the analysis and evidence. It doesn't have to be explain, evidence, analysis. It can be in any order. Pay attention that the language in my analysis said that the impact of this is, and this lets the reader know that you, the writer, are thinking about the essay question. It's not good practice used of first person, but it is important to show your view, so this is how you do it. Now I've written 3 body paragraphs, I can conclude. The conclusions should restate the thesis statement, restate the key arguments, and make a recommendation. So, restate thesis, restate arguments, and I've made a recommendation. My recommendation has tied in with my essay argument about media ownership. So I'm suggesting that media laws need to reflect democratic principles. Now that's the essay. So good luck with your exam essay writing. Please remember, look at the essay question, look at the keywords, brainstorm as much as you can, and make sure that you have clear organisation. Deep breaths, I'm sure you'll do well. Thank you. Bye-bye.